We all good to go? Okay. I thought it's easy if I just chair from here and we carry straight on with business. So, Karakia Timatanga mai te pai maunga raro ki te tai mai he te awa kaunga raro ki te awa raki tēnei te hapuri awhia ai e taratahi whana hara mai te toki hamia hui e. Are there any apologies? We have one. Steve Gallen. Someone like to move those apology with to Councillor Newman, seconded by the Mayor. All in favour?
Aye.
Against? Motion's carried. Conflicts of interest. Are there any conflicts of interest to be declared? There being none. Forward public forum. No public forums. Youth Council views on the agenda items. Is there a Youth Council representative present? No. Moving forward to the reports. Update on the long-term 2024-34 long-term plan consultation document. Karen, please.
Good morning, councillors, Bishop the Mayor. Just continuing on from last week's Risk and Assurance Committee, where we are recommending to council to proceed with an unaudited consultation document. We discussed this last week. I would just like to amend my first point is that I'm saying go for an unaudited consultation document, but the assurance that we're seeking from Audit New Zealand will be part of the LTP audit. There will be no assurance on the consultation material. So I'd just like to clarify that point. Audit New Zealand are actually here doing that work at the moment, but it is only a review of the material. And then the second point is to reschedule the adoption of the consultation document from the 20th of March to the 27th to allow us a little bit more time to continue with the material that's required due to external factors, minor delays that we discussed last week. I will take it that the paper is read, and also I attached the initial communication from the Minister suggesting that an unaudited consultation was possible. This was back in December, and this is what we're hoping to recommend today. Are there any questions?
Councillor Chair Gamble, please.
I just have a question around the timeframes, and in particular, out to the 27th of March, bearing in mind it actually only gives us 4 working days for any amendments to be made on the document. So I'm just questioning how confident are we that this is going to be enough time to make any amendments and to actually have the consultation document printed and ready for distribution? Good, because it's like, I kind of looked at the dates, I mean, oh yeah, that's good. And then I looked and went, oh, it's Easter.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. So since last week, we've been reviewing the timetable, and in particular with the Wairarapa Times Age, who are helping us with the publication and all of the dates. On the 20th of March, we're still going to use that meeting as the final review of the consultation document, and it should be subject to minor changes at that point. So by the time we adopt on the 27th, we feel confident that will be complete, and then that will allow us to carry on with the process, because on the 20th we can spend some time reviewing the whole document.
I'm just concerned, just in case there's something from left field comes in and the amendments are greater than minor, that time frame to me with Easter is worrying.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any other questions?
Sorry, I did have another question.
Please.
The Audit New Zealand and OAG final review and their start and finish dates. As we know, it's extremely frustrating that we're continually held to external timeframes which we have no control over, yet local government and councils need to actually carry the can on that. Are we confident that these dates given for the final review will be completed by the 19th of June? Crystal ball.
We are continuing to discuss these challenges with either the Office of the Auditor General for the Office of the Valuer General. So that is the dates that the Audit New Zealand have committed to. There could be issues, there could be circumstances that impact us at that point, but at this stage we're continuing with that timetable and with the confidence that we will achieve it.
It was a little bit of a mean question for you. It's just really highlighting the fact that yet again we are bound by external.
And indeed,
Yeah.
and that's a good point. I also understand other councils have been given later audit dates on their LTP, which means they won't be able to achieve their adoption of the LTP. So we were lucky to get the dates we did. I'm hoping that Audit New Zealand will provide a very high quality audit on the LTP. But there is a risk, you're right.
Yeah. Thank you. That's me.
Very correct, Councillor Cherry Campbell, that it's unfortunate that we have to be lucky in order to be compliant with legislation. That's not the way that I expect Audit New Zealand to treat local government, but it is currently the way some councils are being treated, and it's just unacceptable.
We are lucky that their fees only went up 40%.
Don't get me started on that.
It's not, and I think as Karen highlighted, we're managing the risks that are our risks.
Yeah.
And there are external risks like the quotable value valuations not being completed and audited on time that may impact upon us. We'll deal with those at the time. At the moment, all we're doing is focusing on the things that we can control.
We just keep our fingers crossed.
Councillor Ayling.
My question was around the QV valuations as well. With those dates, the start date of the 17th of April, the closing date 24th of May, do we know that the 17th of April is when they release, or at some point during that period? Because I'm just worried that the submissions and hearings may happen quite a bit before people are actually getting the final figures. And I wonder if that can be pushed out, because there does seem to be a little bit of a gap between the May dates and then the next audit, 4th of June. Could that be pushed any further down?
Unfortunately, the QV or the Office of the Valuer General are fixed dates, and that is they will be releasing the data on the 17th of April, I believe.
Okay.
And so the date is fixed for the audit as well. So both of those are beyond our control.
But we can control the submissions and hearing date, is that right?
And that's probably the current schedule is the latest that we could do submissions and hearings to get in, to be ready in time for the LTP. If there are any objections or changes to the QV data, that will be something we will have to manage as well at that time and update our information. The LTP will require all new audited valuations to be included in the final document. So we have a lot of moving parts and a critical path where everything's kind of
ahead
on others. But again, they are external factors that we're just trying to manage to the best we can.
Yeah, thank you.
We still have the ability, if we so choose and decide, to strike a rate based on valuations at the time, if they are late.
It will be non-compliant with the Rating Act legislation, that is correct, but council gets to decide on how you set the rate, and I think it would be challenging for anyone to come to a different conclusion when the valuers and quotable value and the Valuer General have been unable to provide us with accurate information in order to set the rate.
The two, and thank you, Jeff, because I guess what I'm mindful of is giving our ratepayers and our citizens an accurate figure and at the time that they need it, and that's consistent and remains consistent throughout the rest of the year. We can't be held responsible for the slow delivery of other government agencies. And I think at a point we'll have to consider whether we take control and make a decision of our own and stand by it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Are there any further questions from anyone? Number of recommendations on the table. Firstly, we have some move that we receive the report, please. Councillor Dowler, second Councillor Ayling. All in favour?
Aye.
Against? Motion's carried. Second recommendation, the council not audit the LTP consultation document. Someone to move, please. Councillor Cherry, second by Deputy Mayor. All in favour?
Aye.
Against? Motion's carried. Third resolution, that where council delegates the authority to the Chief Executive Officer to cancel the Audit New Zealand engagement for the audit of the LTP consultation document. Let's be clear. Once this option is passed into legislation, I'll move. Second, please. Councillor Newman, thank you. All in favour?
Aye.
Opposed? None. Notes that the extraordinary council meeting to adopt the final consultation document is moved from the 20th of March to the 27th of March. Moved Councillor Ayling, seconded Councillor Della. All in favour?
Aye.
Against? Motion is carried. There being no other purpose for which this meeting was called, I declare the meeting closed for someone like those in Karakia. Thank you, Councillor Cherry Campbell.
Good graphics.
Right? Thank you.
E tātua e whakapetai ana tō mātou ki a koe mō ngā taonga o Taratahi mō ngā taonga Papatani i ngā taonga o Langi Nui. I ora e pā mō te hui tēnei ma ihu karaiti. Āmini.
Okay.
Don't know.
That's right.